It's the same pattern that we did up here of play, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. It's the same thing. So we'll be here 7, 8, play, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. Oops. So that's what you're going to do with your fingers. But we'll get into that a little bit more later. Do you want to show me what you did practice, what you did work on for this week?
I just did like this the whole time.
That's a great place to start. And for anybody who's going to be on the Facebook Live or watching this after that, if you don't get the pattern and it's not working for you, that's okay. Just replace it with what we've been doing with everything else. You're just going to have to do it twice, right? So if we're going along, instead of doing the pattern, just play it 2 times. Oops, so we got to go. So for practice sake, if you're still working out the pattern, you can still do all the chords moving around. Just instead of the pattern, play that chord set, you know, the play together, then the open G after that. Just do it twice for each one that's patterned. But we'll get into some more of that too. Let's see, Gabby, you were here last week. Did you want to play through it for us real quick?
Thank you.
No, not really. No, okay, that's fine. That's all right. So we'll get started then. So we are doing, because of the sake of time, we are doing what I call an abridged version of this song. We're not going to do the entire spectrum. This song is really long and it's really repetitive. So what my goal is over this and the next week, I'm going to show you all of the parts that get recycled. And then I'll talk about how you can put them together, but we're not going to do all 5 minutes or whatever it is. So we learned in the first week, part 1, okay? And in the second week, we learned part 2. This week, I'm going to show you part 3 and how we're going to roll it together. And then last week, we're just going to wrap it up, put some finishing touches on it, okay? So, and again, this is the abridged version, not simplified, just abridged. It's a little bit shorter so we can fit everything into these classes. So let's start with a review. Part 1. Part 1 started with some chords down at the base of the neck. Basically a G chord coming over here. And after each of these chords, we're playing that open G string, right? So we're doing 3rd fret, open B, followed by G. Now we're doing the A string with 1st fret on B, followed by open G. Then we do 2nd and 3rd finger on, 2nd and 3rd fret on the A and B string, again followed by G. Then we're taking this shape and we're just sliding it straight up to fret 10 and fret 12 on the neck. We're just sliding it straight over. Boom, boom, boom. Slide up, and there it is. Now this is where we applied this pattern of play, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. Play, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. If you don't feel comfortable with the pattern, you can still practice it, and in the meantime, just go back and forth. You're going to do it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Playing the outside strings together, and then the G string on the inside. Then you'll do that again 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're not comfortable with the pattern yet. Now that pattern, just to wrap that up, the pattern, once you've got 10 and 12th fret, you'll play the outside strings, the A and the B at the same time. And then from top to bottom, so 3, 2, 1, right? That's the fingers we have. 3rd, 2nd, and 1st finger on B, G, and the A string. Play together, and then 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. Then you do it again. Play, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. That was the pattern. Okay, so that was part 1. Part 2. is this descending pattern of chords down the neck of the guitar. Now, keep in mind, remember this. I mean, it looks kind of crazy. We're just on the A and the B string. We're not hopping around and doing different strings. And like we were talking about last week, the reason I want to do it this way is because you're going to recycle this. You're going to use this technique for a bunch of songs. We're doing it here in an easy way, this sort of descending pattern all the way down. You'll see these chords in a ton of songs. And even Jacob, we were talking about this in Fast Cars. This is kind of what's going on. We slide up here to fret 7 and 8. And we're on the A and B string. It's the same kind of thing, same deal. So, part 2, we had, and I'm gonna review this really quickly. And if you're not 100% on it, you can review the videos from last week as well. But we're gonna start with 3 and 5. It's gonna come up here 7, 8, 5, 7, 9, 10, and then 7, 8 with a pattern. And if you can't do the pattern, just play it twice. Slide down here, 6, 8, 5, 7, 3, 5, 3, 4, 2, 3. Open 2, open 1, and that was the end of part 2. Okay, so we've got part 1, part 1, part 2 was the form. Then it repeats. We do that again, part 1, part 1, part 2. So as we kick off here, I'm going to play it a little bit slowly, and I want you guys to play it with me. If you haven't already been going through it, I see you guys kind of picking through it. We're going to play all the way through. Jacob, you've got a question real quick.
We've already learned this song, so.
Yes, you and I, we've learned this song, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, then yeah, just keep practicing, play it over a few times. So here we go, part 1, part 2. I want you guys to play it with me. I'm going to go a little bit slow. Here we go. Takes you to the end. Part 1, part 2. Now, the next part, we're going to get into part 3 today, okay? Part 3. This one, let's see, pulling up my tabs here so I don't get lost. All right, part 3 is going to have the same kind of system, right? Same idea. We're going to go with the same things. So we're going to be on the A string with our index finger. We're going to be on the B string with our ring finger, and they're going to slide around, okay? Now, if you have a notepad handy, it'll be great to write these down. If you don't, that's okay. You can refer to the video, grab a notebook as soon as you're done and write them down, however you want to do it. Here is the pattern for part 3, okay? Here we go. To start with, we're going to leave out the fancy finger pattern, and I'm just going to show you the chords. And just remember, after you play the chord, it's followed by the open G string, okay? So we're going to have 8 and 10. 8 and 10. Then we're going to come down 7, 8. Then we're going to do 5, 6. 3, 5. Now this is a new one. We're going to go 1, 3. Now if you don't want to do the pattern, just do it 2 times. Then you're going to go back to 5, 3. Go over that again. 8, 10. 7, 8. 5, 6. 3, 5. 1, 3. 3, 5. Okay, that's the first half. First half of this. All right. So after that, we're going to go back into the next half. Okay. It goes back up to 8, 10. 7, 8. 5, 6, 3, 5, 1, 3, and that would have your pattern. If you don't do your pattern, you just play twice. Then we go 0, 2. Again, that would be a pattern. Then 0, 1 with the pattern, or play it twice. And that's part 3. Let me go over the second half of part 3 again. Okay? So you come back up 8, 10, 7, 8, 5, 6, 3, 5, 1, 3, open 2, open 1. That's the second half. So part 3 all together now. It's going to start from 8, 10. Here we go. 8, 10, 7, 8, 5, 6, 3, 5, 1, 3, 3, 5. Back up here, 8, 10, 7, 8, 5, 6, 3, 5, 1, 3, 0, 2, 0, 1. And that is the end of 5. I'm sorry, part 3, not part 5. I keep thinking fifth measure of it. Okay. So if you wrote that down, great. If you already had it, good. If you're just looking through the video, you can go back and fortunately you can re-watch it. You can do that again. So now, here's how I want you guys to practice this over the course of the week. This will give you a template to play through all the parts really musically, okay? So we're gonna do part 1. Oops. Part 1 again. Part 2. Then I want you to do all of that again. Part 1, part 1, part 2. Once you finish that repetition, then you go into part 3. Oopsies. Then I'll show you next week what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to wrap it up. Now again, abridged version with all of these pieces and all of these parts, okay? So we've got 3 parts going on. It's almost like in this particular context, it's almost like a verse-chorus structure, and then verse, chorus, and then a bridge. This part 3 almost serves as a bridge in this context. You don't have to think about it that way, but I kind of try to keep track of what's going on. So in your practice this week, part 1, part 1, part 2, repeat, do the whole thing again. Part 1, part 1, part 2, and then part 3. Let's open it up for some questions. Do we have any questions out there?
Can you repeat the order again?
Yes, I'll go over for part 3. The order for part 3.
Order of the parts.
Okay, yeah. So part 1, part 2, I'm sorry, part 1, and then part 2, okay? So 1, 1, 2. Then you do that again, 1, 1, 2, a second time. And then part 3. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Did you get all the chords down?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let me reiterate this too. If you're not comfortable with this pattern, or if you want to do a different pattern, that's okay. If you can't quite get the pattern down, just play whenever you have a chord that's supposed to be a pattern, just play it 2 times to fill up the rhythm, fill up the space. When it comes to the first part, up here, you're going to do it 4 times and then repeat it. So a total of 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you you're having trouble with the pattern, the picking pattern itself, don't sweat it. It's okay. It's a tricky pattern, and it was designed. I changed it a little bit to make it easier to play, but also to be a little bit more like you would see in other songs. But if it's too much, that's okay. Back it up a little bit. Just do the same open G that we've been doing, or not open G, but outside notes G, and that'll take care of the rhythm for you. Gabby, did you have any questions? No? Okay. Jacob, I know this is old news for you. We've done through this before, but I want to challenge you to make sure that it's really clean, really clear, really succinct, okay? All right, now, we're going to wrap this up next week. I'm going to show you an ending to attach to it, and then that'll be it for Blackbird. Also talkative. Let's see. No questions? Everybody's good? You all got it? You're going to be masters of this next week, right? You're going to just totally own it?
I think so. Can we have some demonstration?
Yeah.
Where everybody's at. Jacob, you want to go?
Sure. Should I play the whole song or just?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Very nice. Good stuff.
Very good.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for demonstrating that, Jacob. That was awesome. Andrea, did you now that you got a visual of like the whole thing, does that kind of tie some of like the parts together on that question you were asking?
Yeah. That
Yeah.
was so
Got a fan base. It's, Alex, do you have anything else? Sorry, I was going to talk, but go ahead.
No, that was good. And for you too, Jacob's been working on this for a while. So if you feel like, oh, I should have it like that, don't sweat it. He's been working on this with me outside of this class. So, but yeah, it's a long one. It's got a lot of moving parts, and so don't get frustrated with it. Take it in bites, take it in steps, and you'll do just fine.
Once you get the picking pattern down, it's I like watching you do this, Jacob, just because it's nice to see you actually make the fretboard jump back and forth, and it's okay to be even slower. than how you just played it. You can kind of feel like it was pretty quick, and you hear a lot of sliding on the strings. What I really love about this song is that the speed is in the finger picking. So if you can kind of make that sound really flowy, your chord switches don't have to be as quick as you think they are. They can be a little bit slower than sometimes it sounds, and that makes it really nice, especially when you're doing the last bass part on the way down and it's just like one right after the other. That's when you really start to feel like how groovy this song is, and how you don't have to be that fast with your chord switch. That as long as you kind of like get this memorized and this kind of goes on autopilot, then it becomes really, really relaxing. I don't know about you guys, but after practicing this for like 30 minutes, I go to sleep because it's like, it relaxes you. And that's kind of the idea in your playing, is that you want to kind of slow it down. It's sort of like, you know, and kind of fall over. So it goes on autopilot. And that's, I love that about this song, that it kind of teaches you how to really rely on going on autopilot and allowing the speed concepts to kind of be a healthy marriage between both hands versus relying on one hand to dominate over the other one. And it's really good, but that does come with, you know, obviously a good bit of practice with it, not just understanding the parts, but getting the parts to flow very smoothly through it. But excellent job, Jacob. That was great.
Yes, very good.
And then everybody on Facebook, we are going off. We will see you next week. And I'm going to stop the recording for anybody who wants it. I can get this recording to you. Gabby, you were hiding. What the heck were you doing? I didn't even see you.